Hey guys, Mosa here, and today I'm bringing you my Week 14 NFL predictions. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Now, kicking it off with the Jets and the Dolphins in Hard Rock Stadium, we got the Dolphins winning 16-13. Honestly, I think the Dolphins are most likely going to sneak out a win. I think the Jets are just going to do something at the end of the game. They're going to be leading at the first half, like about 13 to about 3 potentially, maybe 6. In the end, it's going to come down to the wire. We're going to be seeing a field goal and another touchdown. A touchdown, not another. Because I think it's going to be 3 field goals by the Dolphins, which would make it a 9-point lead. Sorry, not a 9-point lead, 13-9. And then a touchdown to make it 16-13. I think the Dolphins will sneak out a win after Tua throws a deep bomber for Jalen Waddle. Now, moving on to the Atlanta Falcons versus the Minnesota Vikings. And I got the Vikings winning 21-12. I think that the Minnesota Vikings are definitely the better team here. I think the Falcons will most likely drop in this game. Honestly, it's going to be a Minnesota win from start to finish. They're going to go up 14 to potentially 6. I think it's going to be a touchdown with failed extra point. Then we move on to the next quarter where they score 2 field goals, I believe. Yeah, about 2. And then we get the Minnesota Vikings coup de grace with an Jordan Addison, if he's playing in this game. I'm not certain about that. I think he is. Jordan Addison getting the touchdown or even a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Depending on the situation, I think the Vikings will definitely come out with the win. Now on to the New Orleans Saints versus the New York Giants. Now, in this game, I got it mostly for New Orleans 18-17. I think that the New Orleans Saints will deal a big blow to the New York Giants at the end of the game. It's going to be a blocked field goal, which would win the Giants the game. This is the scenario. Blocked field goal. It's recovered by New Orleans. New Orleans takes the kneel. They win the game. Otherwise, the other option could be for the Giants to make that field goal and then go on to win 20-18. But that's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the blocked field goal, and there's absolutely no way I am seeing the New York Giants take a win over the New Orleans Saints unless that were to happen and they were to make this field goal to win it by 2. Now, moving on to the Carolina Panthers versus the Philadelphia Eagles. We got the Eagles winning 27-10. I think that this game is definitely going to end this way. The Carolina Panthers. I almost said the Cardinals for some reason. The Panthers, they're just not going to have a good time. We're going to see a decent game for Bryce Young, I believe. But it's still not going to be good because that Panther defense is going to suffer heavily against the Philadelphia Eagles. Probably from 2 touchdowns by A.J. Brown, 1 rushing touchdown by Saquon Barkley, and 1 touchdown from their quarterback, Jalen Hurts. Now, moving on to the Cleveland Browns versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I'm looking at it upset, 24-15 win for Cleveland. I think that the Browns will do a decent job. Jameis Winston, again, will beat the Steelers. I think they actually did beat the Steelers on Thursday night that one time, so there's that. And I think they're going to get swept by the Browns. Yes, even though the Browns aren't going anywhere, they're still going to be rocking it. And I still think that Jameis Winston won't have that good of a game, but he'll definitely have a good game against the Pittsburgh Steelers as Russell Wilson gets another loss. Now on to the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Tennessee Titans. And I got the Titans winning 13-10. I'm going to be honest, this is going to be a close game. And I think that whether it be Mac Jones or Trevor Lawrence, whoever it is, it's going to be a game-sealing interception as the Titans take the win in the final minutes of the game. Most likely run out the clock and then kneel down to run out the rest of the clock. This game is going to be interesting, but neither team is really that interesting. It's just interesting to the fact that it's going to have an insane finish, at least defensively, by the Tennessee Titans. Now moving on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Las Vegas Raiders, and I got the Bucs winning 20-3. I'm gonna be honest, the Raiders, they're just terrible. Whether it be Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew, doesn't matter. They don't have their quarterback of the future. that will most likely be, if they get the first overall pick, Shedeur Sanders. And if not, maybe Carson Beck or someone else. Quinn Ewers, who knows? In the end, they're going to need to draft a quarterback, but they're also going to need a new offensive line. They're going to need some new targets for the receiver. So they're going to have to work this offseason heavily, because this season, first of all, end of the season, Antonio Pierce fired, and they'll definitely go ahead and hire someone new. Whether or not it'll help the team, that is beyond me. Right now, I'm believing that the Las Vegas Raiders will most likely not only lose this game, but lose it badly. Now on to the Buffalo Bills versus the Los Angeles Rams. And I got the Bills winning 24-20. I think it's going to be a close game. It's going to be, first of all, Buffalo gets a touchdown to get a 24-20 lead. But then on the drive for the LA Rams, not only will they run out of timeouts, but Matthew Stafford throws a game-winning interception to Damar Hamlin. I'm expecting him to do it, otherwise Teron Johnson or anyone else. But for right now, I think Damar is going to make his name sound in this game. After getting the game-winning interception, then the Bills just kneel down and win it all. In the end, this team is going to go to the playoffs. Obviously, they're division champions, and they're going to be even more depending on what happens on Sunday night with the Kansas City Chiefs, because not only did they beat the Kansas City Chiefs, the only team to do so, if the Chiefs lose, that gives Buffalo a bigger chance of winning the number 1 seed of the AFC. Now moving on to the Chicago Bears versus the San Francisco 49ers. And I got the Niners winning 26-15. There's no way. I think it's going to be a tough game honestly, it's going to be a tough game for both teams, but I think the defense of the Bears is just going to come up and just get squashed by Deebo Samuels, by Brock Purdy, and literally all those other players on the 49ers. While honestly, it's still not going to be a good game for Caleb Williams. He's going to throw maybe 1 touchdown, maybe not. In the end, it's going to be a tough matchup. They're going to try and come back, obviously, but they end up failing. I think a game-sealing interception by probably Fred Warner, maybe. I think that's going to be the game winner for the 49ers. And then the Niners just simply run out the clock, win the game. That's it. But it's still not going to be for a division title for the 49ers, as they are far away from getting the division title away from Seattle or Los Angeles or even Arizona. Now that was it for this video. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Tweet me any video ideas. Also tell me down in the comments below, who do you think's going to win and who do you think's going to lose? Tell me down in the comments below. Now like this video if you liked it, subscribe and hit the notification if you want more videos. And I'll see you guys next time.